Ew, ew, big fish-ish. Y'all know what it is. We back with the big fish-ish. You know what I'm saying? Got my boat in the background. Y'all know this is the office for today. All right, so what was I thinking? What was on my mind? All right, so you know how we always say everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. Imagine the power that we could have if we change that broadcast station that we're sending out to where everything's going to be okay, everything's going to be all right. Imagine if we could shift that to send out a certain energy that gives us a return to where things are going to be amazing. So if we shift that thinking and say, you know, instead of everything's going to be all right, everything's going to be okay, everything's going to be amazing, everything's going to be great. The power that could bring to us. And it got me, and the reason why I'm thinking about it is because when we go through life, and I do it right now, where a lot of times we're nervous and it's like, oh, I don't want to spend this because of that. Well, what if this happens? A lot of times we think of the worst case scenario, you know what I'm saying? So when we think of the worst case scenario, we're putting that worst case energy out. And what ends up happening? We think of the worst case scenario, but 99% of the time, when things end up, you know, coming to fruition, however they play out, we're all right, we're good. And so when I think back to my life, one of the things that I wish I would have done differently is appreciate the actual process that I'm in at the time, appreciate the moment that I'm in at the time, especially with football. Didn't appreciate that. Wish I would have appreciated it more so I could have embraced it and enjoyed it more as I was going through it. And I think that the results would have been better as well. So right now, as I'm in this state to where, you know, I still have that in the back of my head where it's like, well, hey, you don't want to overextend yourself because, you know, what about the worst case scenario? Forget all that. Everything's always gonna work out. I mean, you got good energy, you put in the work, you're consistent with your discipline, you're focused, all these different things are gonna work out. Things are gonna work out. They may not go 100% as planned, but they're gonna work out. So for me, I told y'all I'm shifting it. I gotta shift it out here. Look at this. That's my building, you feel me? How can I get it? That's my apartment, the one up there, you feel me? That's my condo. I mean, let me excuse my language. Let me switch the mindset. I have to expect everything to go amazing. And why would I not expect everything to go amazing? Here, I was nervous about Pee Wee football. Then I was nervous about, you know, even going to MKA for 8th grade and making sure like, yo, am I going to get playing time? Then I was nervous about playing in high school, going through the ups and downs of that. I was nervous about, you know, whether or not I was going to get the right playing time at prep school, college. Then all this time, every single step up, I was nervous. You feel me? I had nervous energy, anxious energy. And now that can be good at times. And I think it worked out well in my favor in certain ways because it put pressure on me to make sure that I was doing any and everything to prepare. You know what I'm saying? So it did do some positives, but some of the negatives that it did were I don't think that it allowed me to break through the ceiling that I otherwise would have broken through if I was thinking bigger. You feel me? If I was thinking bigger. I wasn't thinking big enough because the nervousness can sometimes put a ceiling over your head to where, oh, well, shoot, I just want to make this team and then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about this earlier on the show, but I'm shifting it now. And I invite y'all to do the same, where we shift the mentality to where everything's not going to be fine. Everything's not going to be okay. Why? Because we want better. Because we're willing to invest our time, effort, and energy to get a return that's better. So therefore, everything ain't going to be okay. Everything ain't going to be all right. Everything's finna be amazing. That's the energy that I'm on. I need amazing. I walk around here all day, every day, and see nothing but amazing. So why would I just settle for okay? Why would I settle for all right? You see what I'm saying? So let's shift our mindset and let's really start expecting great things to happen. Like, I'm over here looking at my budget. Y'all know I'm getting the process of buying a crib with the fam, with my parents. And it's like, okay, well, if the house costs this amount, that's I got to put all this down payment. I saved up this money. Now I got to put out this amount and be okay with not having that in my account. Well, what if this happens? Nah. I'm finna get this crib with my parents. And then right after that, we're going to run it up and I'm going to get another condo, another crib. positive things are going to continually happen, especially if that's the energy that we're putting out. So for me, this is where it comes back to me asking myself that question that I've been asking myself a lot lately. And the question is, are you who you say you are? Are you who you say you are? You feel me? And I know who I say I am, and I know who I say I am to y'all, you know, when I'm interacting on social media and whatnot on the platforms. But truth be told, if y'all think that's a lot, y'all should hear who I say I am to myself. You feel me? Who I believe I really am when I look in the mirror. So if I really am that person, nah, we're not worrying about that. We're not stressing about that. Why we're not stressing? First off, I already prepared for whatever, you know, is to come, you know, as best I can. I'm prepared to deal with whatever. It is what it is. So therefore, I don't need to put any stress, effort, and energy, thought into not accomplishing it is what I want to accomplish. Things are going to be great. I don't care if they don't go as planned. I'm going to win. We are going to have an amazing time doing so. And then there's going to be amazing things on the other side of those wins. And then guess what? There's going to be a challenge. And through those challenges, every once in a while, may take an L, may have a little setback. But because I got a winning mindset, I'm going to go through it in a way to where I'm stealing from that loss. You feel me? I'm stealing from that loss. Yeah, I needed that. So therefore I could steal that lesson. So therefore I could bet it back and now come up even bigger. You get what I'm saying? So hopefully this is making sense to y'all. I wanted to keep this video as a reel, but you know, sometimes you get the rambling, or I get the rambling, and y'all should know how this goes by now. But just wanted to share that with y'all. Not sure if y'all have the same feelings, but yo, we got a short time on earth. A short time on earth. And I know a lot of us have fears. Well, what if this happens? What if this happens? I may not be able to, you know, pay for this. But yo, it is what it is, yo. It is what it is. Stop focusing on that. Stop focusing on that. I'm focusing on the when this shit does blow up. You feel me? I'm in the process of it blowing up. That's what I'm focusing on. Nothing but wins. That's the energy that I want to be around. That's the energy I got to be around, because I told y'all, man, I know the potential that I have. I know the power that I possess. You feel me? When I say that I am, that really means something for me. Just like OG really meant something for me, and it still means something for me. And I'm building off of all this. And I really just wanted to put this out there to invite y'all to do the same. I know a lot of times we can be going through similar stuff, and when we don't speak on it, we can feel like we're the only ones going through it. But it's cool to feel, it's okay if you're feeling nervous about certain things. It's okay. However, we got to understand that to give our total effort and energy into becoming amazing, we're going to have to let some of that worry and stress and everything else that comes along with worry and stress, we're going to have to leave that by the side, yo. We have too many things to accomplish. All right, too many things to accomplish, too many lives to impact, too much bread to make. You know what I'm saying? Across the board, we got too big of a purpose to constantly be letting the what ifs and hoping that things are just okay or all right to play a role in the amazing potential that we are going to fulfill and that's going to come to fruition for us. So with that, I'll let y'all go. Say bye to my boat. Matter of fact, both of these my boats. You feel me? That's the energy I'm on. You feel me? So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Get to the bag with that big integrity, of course. And get moving, get shaking, and make it happen. Ew.